Hello divine beings, peace, love, abundance, blessings. My name is AstroPapi, and this is a video about destiny swapping. Now, destiny swapping is a common word being used right now on social media in the spiritual communities, but it is actually very important, and this is really trying to teach us how to be cautious of who we have around us and supervise the energy exchanges that we have with the company around us. Because when you are somebody who is unlocking your magic, your alchemy, you are somebody who is in your manifestation journey, your self-love journey, you're starting to tap into your own inner brilliance. You're starting to tap into your own inner radiance. And everybody has this inner well of power, of magic, and a lot of people aren't going to do the work to really receive that. So what happens? They become codependent. They want somebody else to help them in their own pursuits and their own efforts and their own goals. And they will want to be around somebody who has the spirit of fortune, who has the spirit of good luck, who has the spirit of good intention, so that they can receive some vicarious rewards from you. So when somebody has in spiritual paths what we call an ashe, meaning that they have that spiritual blueprint in them where they are divinely anointed, where they are spiritually protected, these are people who energetically just feel very freaking good, feel brilliant, feel like light, warmth, sunshine. And these are people who usually 9 times out of 10 feel like that because they had to do a lot of inner work, because they had to do a lot of transformation within themselves, because they had to do a lot of self-forgiveness, because they had to do a lot of self-love work, because they had to do a lot of shadow work. So people who have the greatest lights, they have that greatest light because they tuned into themselves and they started to change and alchemize and evolve. So a lot of people, if you have this light around you, they're gonna see you as, oh, it just fell on you. This magic, this gift, this radiance, it just falls on you. Oh, good things just happen to you. Oh my gosh, you're so lucky. Meanwhile, they don't realize that this frequency that you're in is something that is a byproduct of the inner work that you're doing. And they're going to become resistant. They're going to become jealous. They're going to feel entitled to your own energy. So destiny swapping is when people want to be around you so that they can live off of the rewards of your own inner work and alchemy. And this is where you got to be careful about who you associate yourself with. And I'm going to be honest. Sometimes we want to be compassionate. Sometimes we want to be caring. Sometimes we want to be sympathetic. But when it comes to genuine friendships, romantic partnerships, even business collaborations, work collaborations, be around those who do the same level of inner work that you're doing. Be around those who do the same level of self-awareness, of deep reflection that you're doing, because those are going to be the people who understand ethics, who have morality, who are not going to try to look for shortcuts. A lot of people in the manifestation world, in the spiritual community, are looking for shortcuts, are looking for ways to bypass their own realities, their own work that they need to do so that they can get to feeling good and having good things come to them quicker. And when you have this auric output that feels vibrant, that feels good, that feels nourishing, you have to be very cautious. Guard your magic, guard your energy, guard your good fortune, and guard your goodwill. And here's the thing, you have your, I'm gonna say this word again, your ashe for a reason. Ashe, again, is your personal magic, your own spiritual anointment by the divine, by the higher realms. You have your own magic blueprint for a reason. You have it with the intention of living your best life. And yes, there will be times where people around you might need your help, but have boundaries with how much you give. And really check in with yourself every time you're around somebody who is constantly venting to you or speaking negatively. And this is becoming something that is draining. Empaths, spiritual healers, alchemists, sometimes we have so much compassion to give to others, and we want to help others, and we want to help others who are in positions that we once were in. But when we do all of that labor for others, it can be where you're slowing your own stuff down on behalf of somebody else. On behalf of somebody else who, I'm going to be 100, might be going through their own karmic repercussions. That's another thing I want to say. If you meet somebody very recently who's going through difficult times, I want you to analyze if they're going through difficult times because circumstances just dwindled. It's just a seasonal shift of, some tough times. Or is this person, pay attention to what they say about the world and others, is this person negative? Does this person self-generate a lot of difficulties in their life? Or has this person done bad stuff in the past? Because a lot of people become victims of their own narratives, and they will fine tune a lot of details about what they've gone through, and they will make it seem that others were out to get them, but they never talk about ways in which they contributed to any of their own outcomes. Meaning, some people don't want to be held accountable. Some people will complain that the world, that others have done them dirty, and that's why they are where they are. But those people might be lying to you. And they're going to want to be around you because you feel good, because you have a good auric output. And they're going to want to harvest off of your own energy. If somebody cannot generate light within themselves, you should not be around them. And when people come around you saying, oh my gosh, you feel so good. Oh my gosh, I love being around your energy. The kindest thing you could do for them is to teach them how to do that within themselves. Don't hype them up all the time. Don't try to make them feel good by transmuting that energy for them. Don't become a filter for their own negativity. Teach them the tools to empower themselves and detach, disappear, go. All right? Because you do not have a responsibility to help everybody. You have the responsibility to help yourself. And everybody has the responsibility to help themselves out. So you cannot be going harder for anybody who's not going hard for themselves as well. You cannot be trying to help somebody have a change in their circumstances if their perspective does not change. All right. So energy harvesting usually happens when somebody who's empathic is trying to help somebody who is going through a struggle, but maybe that person who's going through a struggle is going through that because of something they did, because of their own perspective, because of their own low vibrations and their own low frequencies. All right. So destiny swapping is essentially where somebody is trying to benefit off of your own alchemy, frequency, and magic. It's not that different from harvesting. And through that, they're going to use it to manifest their own outcomes. Think of it like this. You have this brilliance, you have this radiance that you might yourself not even see sometimes. And somebody outside of you, an energy vampire, is looking at it, a energetic leech is looking at it and wants to use it as a battery generator for their own intentions, for their own wishes, for their own goals, for their own path. And the minute they're done with you, oh, they'll leave you behind. So be cautious of that. One of the things I always tell my clients when I do readings for them, if they're going through a friendship ending or a breakup, is I ask them, within that month that you've had this breakup, did your fortune change? Did your finances change? Some people tell me they get raises or promotions like within that month of leaving their ex. Or as soon as they leave their ex, they start feeling more energetically active. They start feeling more inspired. They start feeling more creative. That means that all of their own sacred medicine, their own sacred magic, which should have been poured onto themselves, was going onto somebody who was draining them. And these relationships can be very insidious. They can be very lucid. And sometimes people want to get close to you just for your own light. So destiny swapping is a real thing. And let's get deeper with this. Some people can try to do destiny swapping spells. What is a destiny swapping spell? When somebody is doing rituals to harvest off of your own energy. I wish this wasn't real, but it's so freaking real. And this is where I would recommend having stones to wear, like black obsidian or black tourmaline. And anytime you do anything social, anytime you go outside and you're just feeling a little bit tired after, I want you to set intentions. Hell, even anytime before you go to sleep, set intentions. I call all my own radiance back. I call my inner alchemy back. I call my power back. I call my magic back. And if you have gone through any sort of connection with an energy vampire, you can still call your energy back. Always know that, because your energy is yours. And energy defies the laws of space and time, meaning that what was once stolen from you in the past can be snatched back and taken back and given to you. Some people call this recall, like energetic recall, recalling all your energy back to yourself. All right? You can restore yourself, you can call all your energy back. And let me just tell you this, be very cautious. It's even through just a phone call, even just through texting, even just through getting coffee with somebody who's so negative, who's so draining. You're going to feel like your energy is being compromised. Don't give your energy away to those who do not deserve it. And one of the best ways to protect yourself from destiny swapping is to literally set good boundaries and to set that standard that I just mentioned earlier. If somebody cannot generate their own light, they should not be around you. Period. You can help somebody if they're going through tough times, but know when to detach, know when to let go. And I'm saying this from experience, yo. Like, I'm a full-time psychic reader. My sun sign is in Cancer. My Saturn is in Pisces. I have a lot of water in my chart. Water is so compassionate, and there's moments where I've caught myself giving to others more than I should and not prioritizing my own self. And I'll be honest, I know that that has set me back in certain ways. And the thing is, though, once you let those relationships go or those connections go, you start catapulting fast. It becomes this boomerang effect where, yes, you were pulled back because of certain relationships, but as soon as you're in your own power, as soon as you're rooted back in yourself, as soon as you're back in your own energy field, you freaking go so fast. You level up so fast. Blessings start pouring back onto you. So all the inner work you're doing needs to be rewarded through you, not through anybody else. All right? Be very cautious of who's around you, because they feel an allure around you. And don't get it twisted. I have a lot of people, strangers, always telling me, oh, I like your energy. Oh my gosh, your energy feels so good. And I used to play the humble game too well and not think too much about it. And I was like, oh, maybe my energy is good. I don't know. Now I don't do that. When somebody tells me they like my energy, that can be a compliment and that could be flattering, or that can be somebody telling me that that's the reason why they want to be around me, because of my energy, because of my fortune, because of my goodwill, which is all stuff that I work on. I work on my energy every single day. I work on my mindset shifting. I work on self-love. I work on cleansing rites. I cleanse myself spiritually and energetically all the time. So there's a reason why I vibrate at a certain rate. It's because of the inner work that I do. There's a reason why you vibrate at a certain rate. It's because of the inner work that you do. And if people don't do that inner work for themselves, they should not be around you. They should not be around you at all, because your top team of friends, your romantic partners, they should emulate the same self-love, the same self-care, the same inner nourishment that you're doing for yourself. So yes, destiny swapping is real. Energy harvesting is real. People just being around your aura, they can snatch so much out of it and manifest so much out of it. So be very cautious of who you're around. Don't set yourself back. Remember also that nobody can ever take away what is divinely destined for you, that was written in your own divine script. But associations with certain people can delay what was meant for you. It can't be taken away, but it can delay things. So call your energy back. And if you need to, if you're feeling like you're in a situation where you're very drained, light a white candle. You can put some rosemary in that white candle. I'm seeing sage as well. Call all your power freaking back. Right here, right now. I want you to write an affirmation if you resonate with this. I call all my divine power back. I call all my radiance back. I call all my alchemy back. I call all my brilliance back. When I say brilliance, I mean your shine, all right? You call all that is you back, because you were given your ashe, your spiritual blueprint, for a reason. And I'll tell you this, when you have a talent, when you have a skill, when you have an expertise, when you have an inner glow around you, you need to protect that. You need to know your own value. You need to know your own worth, and you need to guard it. You need to safe keep it. See yourself as like an emerald or a ruby or a diamond. That is super expensive. You can't just let anybody touch you. You can't just let anybody be in your life. You are so high value, and you need to treat yourself as such and only be around those who, even when they appreciate something you do, they don't drain from you. They don't take from you. They give back just as much, even if it's in a different way, all right? I hope that this was a service to you. My name is AstroPapi, and if you want to book a private reading with me, how to do so is on the about below. Stay beautiful, stay abundant, stay great. I'll see y'all next time.